Thank you for coming and being with us today. Before we start this journey of exploring beautiful song and beautiful, sounds through this form, we would like to pay our respects to the elders past, present and emerging. The lands that we stand on have many stories, and these lands connect us. These lands connect many people. And we are grateful to be here on Gimoy Wallabari Yidinji Nation. Yurikenji also, so we also acknowledge all the mobs that have been here since thousands of years. So we are grateful to be here sharing song with you today. My name is Merindi. My family is just north of Cairns here, the Kuku Yalanji people, and really, really grateful once again to be here. And this is Sister Natalia.
Hello.
Hello, Sister. So she'll introduce herself also.
Welcome. Thank you, Merindi, for that beautiful welcome. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to our live stream here at NorthSite Gallery in Cairns. Yidinji Nation country. We're in the north of Australia, and it's a tropical country up here, which means tropical landscape. And our artists that we are going to be presenting the works of today in sound are from this region. My name is Natalia Mann. I'm Samoan. I've lived in Cairns here for 7 years now. And interacting with this landscape is very much, my mother tells me, like Samoa, and also I know I'm from New Zealand, which is a lot colder country. So when we move from place to place, I've also lived in Turkey, and greetings to all the friends from there if you're watching. As I moved from place to place around the world, I realized that my music would change where I went. And so I realized, okay, we're always synchronizing. And I realized as I moved from place to place that I would have to wait in the new place and take time to synchronize with that landscape. As an Indigenous artist, as someone representing the Pacific overseas, it became important to me that I knew what kind of resonance I was putting forth through my music. And so this started a kind of discussion and an exploration, and that's what has brought us here today to the art gallery. So after some years of exploring resonance of things, resonance of place, resonance of people, we're ready to share. So this is the first of these sessions of resonance, about resonance. So we're combining things together here. You see, I play a classical instrument, and another reason for being here is that as a Pacific Indigenous person, I wanted to know, how do I connect this classical training in this instrument with what I need to express, what I want to express, which is real for me. And I knew somehow it wasn't the black dots on the page. Classical music moves increasingly towards the graphic score. And I thought, well, let's just jump right in, and that's what we have in front of us, graphic scores. As we go into these graphic scores, we're actually gonna lead you in with where we're all going in together. So this is present moment made music. So we're using improvisation as well as composition to present what we're hearing on the inside. So we're going to synchronize with these images and translate that into music together and play that for you. So we're going to start now. I'm going to stop talking.
Yes.
With Peter B Morrison's image, Tree of Life. Tree of Life. Every piece is a surprise, even for us. So, and every moment is different. So at the beginning, you might hear us and me with my harp trying to figure out the scale of what it is. And even the moment before, we thought we had that figured out, but then when we started, it was different again. So I want to take you through a little bit of how we do it, because I also want to encourage people to do this, because it's awesome. And then we're going to go down the gallery and have play these other paintings. In the middle, we're going to have little breaks so you can make a cup of tea. So here we go. Peter Morrison is a local Cairns artist. He's 65 years old. He's lived here all his life and spent time in the mangroves. So his artwork is about the mangroves, which are trees that grow on the edge of the water, and they're like sanctuaries for the animals. And so he draws the fish and the roots of the mangroves, and he's fascinated by pattern. So if we go to the second painting, drawing, so here, they're all ink drawings. Tag 1. And let's have a little exploration, shall we? So first up, I like to just tune into an image and get a general resonance tone. So shall we do this together? Okay, so tell me when you're ready. So we're just going to do the inner listening and get a general tone. Ready? Okay, 1, 2, 3. Shall we find another one? Okay, you've noticed that was a perfect harmony. Okay. Tell me when you're ready. Let's tune into the fish this time.
Yeah.
Okay.
That big fish.
Yeah, that big fish. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Yeah. And so let's see if I can create a scale out of that. So we had that feels all right. So we're just using our extra senses. We're told that we don't have very many senses. We're told that we can't communicate like this, but don't believe the hype. Does that match with what you're getting? Each painting also has a rhythm, and we can learn stuff about life through the rhythms of also drawings. Who is it? I've just lost it. There we go. But so you can see also that feeling of the fish moving and that spaciousness that's given by tuning into this painting. Let's go down here to the next bowl, if we can. And this is also a mangrove bowl. This bowl is by Sandra Steffensen, who's also grew up locally and very connected to the landscape here, and she always includes the landscape and the animals that live in the landscape in her work. So let's tune into Sandra's bowl and let's see what we get in comparison as a mangrove comparison kind of thing. Okay. Tune in. You wouldn't think that you could get that from a little bowl, would you? So you see, they're like little portals, and you can play them very simply, or you can go in deeper, and then they just poof, expand. All right. So last study, and then we're gonna take you through these other works. So this beautiful piece, another one by Peter B Morrison, I've chosen because it has a lot of different patterns in it. And so I thought we could maybe have a peek at those little different patterns. Spirit of the turtle, spirit of the shell. And let's see how we go. All right, shall we start with, what do you want to start with?
The shells.
Will you start with the shell? Okay. I'm going to start with the pattern. All right.
You picturing as you were doing the pattern bit, you know?
There's the jagged things and just this repetition, and I was getting a high frequency. And then because it's sort of moving around, and then I was just sort of changing my notes according to the distance that I felt of that frequency. Yeah. What were you feeling with the shells?
Just with the shells, I was feeling like it's that birth again, you know, like even though it's almost like, because this picture for me depicts that there's something in there ready to come out. And so I was picturing that moment just after. And so it was like that, you know, that crawling and that shell that was connecting with its bubble, you know. And that creature that's inside. Beautiful. So, and that was where that kind of, I guess, that step movement came in that voice. Because and just that, I guess, that story too, you know, it's the frequency and that story that comes with, you know, with all of that.
And could you tell that, like the size, because I can imagine the animal coming out as you're saying that. Could you imagine that exactly?
Yes.
Yeah. Right. So it's so interesting how the information comes to us, and I call this emotional intelligence, which we're also not taught to use. But this emotive and imagination and that visual, those images that come into your mind and the way that you feel, all of this is our intelligence that we've
had for thousands of years.
That's right, yeah. It's the old ways, and we've been taught to forget it, so time to remember.
Yeah.
And the turtles, then we came to the same, we had the same pattern there for those two turtles, and that was like swimming around with you.
Yes. I was picturing, you know, for me, I could feel that essence of them just kind of being the old people of not the forest, of the ocean, you know. They were the old mob, you know, just taking their time at the same time, but enjoying their moment, you know.
Right. Yeah. And floating.
Floating.
All right.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Peter B Morrison, beautiful drawings. We're going to play one more of his, and Sandra Steffensen.
Yes. Big thank you.
Yeah. Go and have a cup of tea now. We're going to go silent for a moment while we rearrange ourselves for the next section. See you in a minute. Okay, bye. That was a painting by Ed Koumans, and I just love that free flight of the bird. We had that same, yeah. So we found that same melody in there. Ed Koumans is also a local artist, about 75 years old, and full of character. And you see, even in this, though, it looks like a beautiful bird is possibly going to eat that butterfly. So, about the realities of life, his work, and very interesting. Yeah. Would you like to introduce Margaret Mara's work, Resilience?
So this beautiful art piece, I guess story too, is about resilience, and Margaret Mara, like the colours that she depicts, you know, it resonates, I think, with mob, being able to still hold on to. When I look at this, I can see mob still holding on to their stories, you know, their knowledges, their histories, you know, amongst all the turmoil. We see the history of life, but then the future of what's to come, you know, and through life we go up and down. We have moments in life where you just, you know, you have to really, I guess, move forward, you know, but to be able to do that, sometimes we have to go through certain things, but we build that resilience, you know, and to be able to see this beautiful, beautiful piece depicting resilience resonates so much in my journey, and to be able to sing this, you know, and bring this story to life through song, such an honour. So we, yeah.
you, Margaret. Our last piece, just turn around for, is a moment. This is a piece by Arthur Roughsey. And we're also very honored to play this piece. Because this piece is the Rainbow Serpent. And for those of you who don't know, the Rainbow Serpent is the great creation spirit for Australia, for the Indigenous people, for all of us really. Yeah. So, here we go. Arthur Roughsey, as well as an Indigenous painter who lives up here in the northeastern tip of Australia. You see? So, thank you, Arthur Roughsey. Thank you, my sister.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
We were just talking about, before we kind of come into this next session, we were talking about how the, us as, I guess, interpreters, of this through song, of these beautiful stories, these beautiful pieces. Sometimes it's overwhelming, and sometimes it takes us to a place where, where we probably didn't think we'd be, in a sense of that emotional. Hey.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we, I think it's just, I think each picture for me is like a healing journey also, for us, for mobs. Yeah,
thank you. It is, resonance is very healing journey. Just to speak to that, to be able to play, to be able to enter into the paintings and understand them on a kind of active level, which is very dimensional. It alters your perceptions of reality, and I think when we align with these creative pieces, we're aligning as well ourselves, and we're aligning with each other, which is so important as well. And I think that's also how it works, is that we are essentially all connected. The number one question is, if all the world is vibration, that's where we start. If all the world is vibration, we're vibration, you're vibration, we're vibing together right now. And the reason that we're doing this live in real time is so that you can vibe with us into that painting, and we can all do this together. And that really is how we're connected. And the more that we do this, the more that we test this with many different people as well, but even amongst ourselves, and both of us also playing all different kinds of music. When we come to resonance music, it's just full. It just has everything in it, and at the same time, every moment is a surprise. So we're just really happy to share this with you today. Thank you so much. Thank you, Merindi, for joining me.
Thank you, Natalia, for having me.
Thank you. Thank you to all of these amazing artists. Also to NorthSite Gallery, who's hosted us today. Shout to Rosie and Avon for assisting us to make this happen so beautifully. Also Shiny Shiny Productions and the team for hosting us and assisting making this streaming as beautiful as it is. Thank you, guys. And with that, we re-acknowledge where we are. We acknowledge you and where you are. And thank you so much for joining us. And if you are interested in more, just drop a message on the Facebook, and then we'll keep you in touch with what's going on, or same with For Arts Front if you're tuning in through there. All right. Take care. Everybody take care. Be well. All right.